So I don't know if you know what happened in Florida. What happened in Florida was they passed Obamacare. Rick Scott is a corrupt ex-felon dick who's in charge of Florida because Florida, let's remember that there's a brain drain and only the dummies stay there. And they voted in Rick Scott, okay? There's still a lot of good people that are stuck in Florida. Don't get me wrong. But they did elect Rick Scott, who is, he's a criminal and he's a horrible person. And what's worse is he denied the Medicaid funds from Obamacare. So the federal government was going to give Florida a bunch of free money to give health care to poor people. Rick Scott said, no thanks, our poor people don't need health care. So he was in a Starbucks, which is like, I don't know, unconscionable. So, but apparently our news media, that's just okay. That's just another side of the political coin. Our news media doesn't think that he's a horrible person and that he should be shamed for it. Denying health care to poor people. And plus, Rick Scott did a lot of other things like started drug testing, welfare recipients, stuff like that, right?
He banned all mention of global warming.
Yes, that's right.
The Florida Congress.
That's right. Can't even mention. So there's a lot of regressive, unbelievable stuff that Rick Scott's doing. He was in a Starbucks and a lady who was denied health care because of him turning down Obamacare gave him an airful. You ready to? Here we go. We're going to play a little bit for you right now. I can't wait.
In fact, you cut Medicaid, so I couldn't get Medicare. You're an asshole. You don't care about working people. I'm not talking to you. Yes. You don't care about working people. You should be ashamed to show your face around here. We got 1 million jobs. 1 million jobs? Great. Who here has a great job? You should. Or is looking forward to finishing school? You really feel like you have a job coming up? You stripped women of access to public health care. Shame on you, Rick Scott. We depend on those services. Rich people like you don't know what to do. When poor people like us need health services, you cut them. Shame on you, Rick Scott. You're an
So that was fantastic. And the only thing that I could say is it was said that no one else jumped up and joined in. That no one else jumped up and joined into that woman yelling down that out-of-touch asshole is exactly what he is. Denying health care to the poorest people in the state. And did you hear what his comeback was? Hey, we created 1 million jobs. You created 1 million jobs? You mean since the country was losing 1 million jobs a month, now things have turned around and you created another 1 million minimum wage jobs, which is exactly what that woman said. And by the way, she's not talking about crappy jobs that have been created since the Big Depression, the bank failure. She's talking about poor people who have jobs not able to get health care. That's what she's talking about. So poor people can't get health care. And it's like, but no, you know what's great? It took a citizen to do that in a Starbucks. Let's go through one more time.
By the way, what you're saying is very germane, which is the fact that a lot of those jobs created are too low paying.
Of course.
They don't give any kind of health benefits, but those people find themselves in the awful position between where they qualify for benefits and where they don't.
Yes.
And those are exactly the jobs that he created.
Those are exactly the jobs that he created. So
she is my new hero.
She really is. I want to find this woman.
I got my eyes on crazy.
Best journalist in America is that woman right there.
Let's run through it.
In fact, you cut Medicaid, so I couldn't get Medicare. You're an asshole. You don't care about working people. I'm not talking to you.
So So two things happened there. A, she said to him and framed the argument the way it's supposed to be. You cut Medicare, so I can't get it. For working people, poor people can't get health care. You're an asshole. So do you ever think a news person, when they interviewed him, had that kind of ire when they interviewed him about that? Do you think a news person ever said that to him? You don't have to call him an a-hole, but it would be nice to hear you go, wow, you're really unconscionable. How do you sleep with yourself? I would like to see a news, but they don't. They all, at the end, they all chuckle and they're all chummy. They're all friends at the end. They're all, hey, thanks for coming on, Governor. Hey, did you fill out your brackets, Governor? Have you filled out your watching brackets? So let's watch a little bit more. I love how there's a woman who came over to her and tried to shut her down. She goes, "Can I talk to you for a moment?" I'm guessing she's from the Starbucks.
No, she's
No,
not.
no, she's with Scott.
She's in
Oh,
the,
she's with Scott?
Yeah, she's in that entourage.
It's even worse.
So this
this woman is trying to
who
dismiss.
comes over and tries to get her to shut up. And I loved what she said to her. Let's see if we can play it. She comes over. She says, "Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you?" And here's what she says.
Talking to you. You don't care.
I'm not
about
talking
working
to
people.
you.
Should be
She says, "I'm not talking to you." God bless her. I'm not talking to you.
I'm not talking to you. You don't care about working
Not talking to you. Good for you. And then he says the thing about 1 million jobs, and it's. I want to hear him. I want to hear
people. You
him.
should be ashamed to show your face around here.
But he's not ashamed to show his face. You know why? I don't know why.
Because he doesn't know he did anything wrong.
Because
he doesn't know a governor is supposed to help his citizens.
supposed to help his citizens.
And how rarely he's exposed to people who are hurt by his policies.
Right.
Boy, say what you want about Chris Christie, but thank God that was Rick Scott she was yelling at, not because Chris Christie would have come over and just
Punched her
in the face.
So what do you think all those people in the entourage say when they get back in the car? Boy, that woman can't get medical care. What an asshole she is.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe you think we should come up with a plan to help her? Do you think that's what they said when they got in the car? What do you think was going through their mind when they're like, poor people in our state can't get health care. I wonder who should do something about that. I wonder if I had a direct effect on poor people, not like this woman, not being able to see a doctor when she's sick. Do you think any of that stuff happened when they got in the car? None of that stuff happened. They moved on to the next thing.
You know,
they didn't even bring it up, right? Because if they did bring it up and think about stuff like that, they would actually do something to help that lady, or they'd end up killing themselves. And they're not going to do either of it, so they don't even think about it. And they just walk. The only thing they care about is their job. That's all they care about. I got a job. I'm working for Rick Scott. I don't care about poor people. I don't care about this lady. I don't care how bad we look. I don't even think about it, which is how I can sleep at night. Because I don't think about it. I work for Rick Scott. I'm a horrible human being.
And they decided collectively last time the governor gets his own coffee.
They did, and the best part is he leaves without coffee. That's the best
Did
part.
he leave without coffee? He doesn't get his coffee? Get out of here.
They're standing and looking.
1 million jobs, great. Who here has a great job? Or is looking forward to finishing
He says you should have
should.
a great job. He just says that. You should. Huh?
school? You really feel like you have a job coming up? You strip women of access to public health care. Shame on you, Rick Scott. We depend on those services.
Yeah, he's not holding coffee.
So this woman works for him too?
Yes.
Wow, she's another horrible human being.
Yeah.
Bad person. I hope you get sick and you can't see a doctor someday. I hope you and your kids all get sick and you can't see a doctor someday. You, whoever the fuck you are.
Well, her kids should see a doctor.
Her kids, yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Until they're 18, then no doctor.
I like that.
I don't wish harm on her kids, just her. But
Just
if
her.
she gets harmed, then her kids will be harmed too. So there's no getting out. Her kids
Yeah.
are getting hurt.
We want mommy to have a cough.
I like that Rick Scott has the Chauncey Gardner smile on his face the whole time.
The whole time.
Like, this is just a normal part of my day. I get
I'm
yelled
eating
at
a-
all the time.
I'm meeting a person who can't see a doctor because of me.
And the lesson about modern politics here is that he's more concerned about the camera filming him than
Yes.
he is about this woman yelling at him.
Yeah, like I'm saying, this woman doesn't care. Rick Scott doesn't care. The lady who walked over and said, please stop yelling. None of them care that poor people can't get health care in their state. That's the important thing to remember here. None of them care.
And that's how he's treating that situation of a citizen in Florida. He won't have a meaningful conversation with her. He won't even come and talk to her. He doesn't even want to say, you know what, why don't we have a conversation right now and talk about this? He doesn't. He gets out of Starbucks. He's never returning to that Starbucks.
No, he's done.
Because she's waiting for him.